What is going on, my stock market bulls and bears? I'm your host Terry, and welcome to the channel Buy the Dip. Guys, we are here back on ticker symbol TRCH on Torchlight, man. Been a crazy thing going on, and I think we could have seen a little bit of pump and dump, maybe a little bit of buy the rumor, sell the news. Maybe people wanted to buy in and catch that wave before this dividend is paid out. Now, you do have to have the shares purchased today before the end of close here in order to get the special dividend. The share price is like $7.80, $7.90 roughly. And there's a lot of selling happening here today, but a lot of volume, as you can see. This thing started out here over $10 roughly, and it was even up to $10.06. And it was, dipping, it bought back up, and just kind of a lot of crazy volatility. And then this huge drop. It was at $9.58. It dropped the whole way down to $7.48. And it did buy back up. People bought back in, and it's kind of been hovering. And we had another small dip here. And as you can see, we are at the $7 and let's say 90 cents for this video. Now, I want to get in here and just help you guys out a little bit. These are just my suggestions. I'm not giving any recommendations, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you have these shares, and it could be worth, if you don't want to sell out of your shares because you want to get this special dividend, you want to see what happens, this is an option you guys could possibly do, in a sense, call a hedge way to save some of your profits. What if this stock, after this, I talked about this in my video yesterday, guys, go check it out. It is my featured video on the channel. If this thing tanks after the special dividend date, which is going to be next Thursday, so Thursday, you got to hold the stock through this Thursday, and Friday, people can sell out of this in the early hours. So this is where I want to suggest that you could go in here, guys. This is the options profit calculator, and you could buy a put. That's right. You could go in here and buy a put. We'll go over that. I did kind of pick up a couple as a hedge, and we'll kind of go over that here, what that can do. So you type in here on the long put bearish calculator. Now, this is just to protect your gains, because if this thing tanks, your put's going to kick in and give you profit. So that's why you want to do that. If you're long on the stock, you're okay with holding this out the next couple of years. But if you want to protect your gains, this is an option. Now, this is giving you what it could do at a stock price at 804. This updates every 15 minutes. That's why I can't get it to be on the money with the current stock price. But so you're going to buy a put, and that basic contract's around $15, 15 cents per share. So it's about $15 per contract. And that is if you're doing this today. So your cost would roughly be around $45 if you wanted to get 3 contracts. Now, this is on today. Look at this here. Your maximum risk, guys, is losing $45 at the $2.50 at expiration date on July 16th. But your maximum return is $704 if this thing would go down to zero. Now, I don't expect this to go down to zero, but I want to show you kind of here up top is your dates for June. Then it goes in here for your dates for July. Now, in a sense, this is to protect that this thing kind of potentially dips really hard, and there could be a crash, because this thing was $1, $2 before all this hype of the special dividend. So that's why I want to kind of just say this is something to protect you guys without losing money. I care about you guys. I don't want y'all to lose money. So you could throw 45 bucks in a couple of these, put options. That way you protect your gains. Now, I didn't have a big investment in TRCH. I just enjoyed covering it. I did have some shares, and I just want you guys, like I said, don't be afraid to take profits, guys. Do not be afraid to take profits. I've been in this now for a little over around a year, and I've seen this thing where it goes up and down like crazy. So I'm starting to get better with when I got gains to lock them in. So, but that's up to you guys what you want to do. As you can see up here, today is June 22nd. So if this thing, let's just say, this thing would jump down to let's even say a realistic price. I can see this thing dropping down to $4 or $5 or something. So that $15 investment would get you about $57. Now, this thing would totally crash back down like craziness here. on like today, or as you can see, this money, this profit amount here. Look at these gains, guys. Look at these gains. 413% gains on a $15 investment. So if this thing would crash here today, you would get $186 per contract. And check this out, $183, $177. Now, the special dividend is going to be paid out around Friday or so. So Friday is going to be the 25th. You got to hold it through the 24th. So maybe like the 28th and 29th, we can expect some high volatility of crashing happen. So there's a good chance around that 27th and 28th of next week, the 28th and 29th and 30th, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. So here towards this end where I'm highlighting that, this is where you can kind of see where you can make some money on this and kind of protect some of your, gains that you do have just as a hedge. That's all you're doing. It's like if you guys play roulette, you want to have a hedge. So if you're betting on, red, you have a lot of money on red, you may want to throw a couple chips on a couple black numbers, and that is hedging against if you lose your red bet. So kind of similar here in stocks. I hope that kind of makes sense for you guys of just protecting your profits. Now, this is only saying if this stock crashes, guys. If it stays up high and people keep buying in, you will lose the $45, but I think if you have a lot of gains in this, it says here your maximum potential return could be over $700 if this thing would tank. Now, it is a possibility, guys. It is a possibility. I don't know if this is going to hold up like GME and AMC because people are wondering, GME is kind of like, all of us love video gaming, so people love the GME. We all love movie theaters, so people love AMC. But do we really love like oils and stuff like that? Or is kind of us newer generation investors really caring about oils? So that I'm not sure about, guys. I don't know if we're big into oils and things like that. We're all about that clean energy. We want those EV cars and things like that. So yeah, I just wanted to put this out there, guys, and show you that just a way to protect your profits in this. As you can see, we're down to 765 on this. There is still huge volume. Even here at the 1:40 p.m., there was 400 and some thousand shares traded. If you go back here to 1:30 p.m., there was over 1 million shares traded. Now, whether those are bought or sold, that I don't know, guys. Are those bought or sold? To me, for this to keep going down, it has to be sold. So just be careful. Like I said, it's $7.70 now. When we started this video, it was around $7.90, almost $8, and now we're down. This thing's getting beat up a little bit today, but there is a chance a special dividend could come back and pull this in. Guys, I just wanted to say, I did see a couple comments. I do appreciate the guys that comment in this video, and someone said, and I really appreciate it, he says, I really appreciate the small channels, and he really liked the way I did my last TRCH video because I'm all about trying to have you guys make profit. You got to ride these momentums, man. You get in these plays. I don't know if you necessarily want to hold them out, man. I mean, it is exciting. Don't get me wrong. You start seeing your profits go up 100, 200, 300%. You think it's going to keep going and going, but eventually it's going to come down. And I've learned that and learned that in my past investments. And going forward, I'm not going to have it happen again. So anytime I can lock in gains, you best believe I'm going to lock in some gains and find ways. If I plan on holding it long term, I'm going to have some way to hedge those profits as well so I don't get beat up again. So guys, hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, please smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. And guys, I hope you're killing it in the stock market today. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Links down below. Peace.